We sometimes find ourselves in the midst of people who have a wrong perspective to life and always want to project their opinions on us, making us see things through their own eyes. The problem is that you might have such a person among your friends, and if you are not careful, you may find yourself drawn into a web of negativity yourself, and you can be sure that it would affect your life and your associations as well. The best thing to do is to avoid these people. The truth is that you will always come across negative people, and it could be at your place of work, your community, or even in your family. You do not get to choose the kind of people you work with or live with or in your community, but you can choose your friends wisely. Life is full of challenges, enough without having to deal with one person who makes your life more unbearable. Those you have in your close circle of friends say a lot about you as an individual. There is a common saying, "Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are." If you have friends that are negative, it's just a matter of time before you become a negative person yourself. Negative friends carry with them a bad kind of energy, and if you stay with them long enough, you begin to radiate the same as well. You need to surround yourself with the right kind of people, those who have a positive outlook on life, who send positive vibes, and have a winning mindset. Negative friends will not come at you wearing a t-shirt that says, "Hey, I'm negative," but you can always spot them by the kind attitudes and certain behavioral patterns that they exhibit. Maybe you already have them in your crew, but you do not know. Maybe you are already becoming a victim of their influence. You need to start noticing some of their patterns and do your best to avoid them so you do not become sucked in. One of the signs your friend is negative is that they always have a pessimistic view to everything in life. For them, nothing is looking up and they encourage you not to have expectations or hope. Even when things are looking up and seem to be going smoothly, they are the prophets of doom and will most probably tell you that it would not last. They just cannot see the good side of a thing, so they expect the worst in every situation. The problem with these kinds of thinking is that they attract those negative outcomes towards themselves and do not see the trend in the whole process. They blame it on the universe, the system, the management, their families, or anything or a person but themselves. They tend to call themselves realists, and they usually have one seemingly reasonable argument or the other to back up their stance. You do not need these kinds of people in your life. Avoid them like a plague. It might be tempting to want to listen to them, and you might soon find yourself persuaded to think along the same lines and see things from their perspectives. The things you hear over time has a way of shaping your life and your thinking. If you keep hearing those negative statements, you will eventually start thinking the same way and soon become a victim of your mindset. The best thing is to stay away from people that can have any form of negative influence on your life, be it in a form of character or mindset. The Bible says that bad communication corrupts good manners. So, it starts from your communication and then graduates to your deeds. You might not notice how far gone you are until it's too late. The earlier, the better. Start screening for those that can corrupt your mind and your manners and do away with them. Let us consider some critical reasons why you should avoid negative friends. Number 1. They are always in search of others to join their party. When people are down and miserable, they do not want to feel that way alone. They are forever looking for someone to drag into their group just so they can be miserable together. It is not usually intentional, but it could be as mediated as well. As the saying goes, misery loves company. If you happen to be friends with such person, you can be sure that you are their next target. The truth is, they cannot stand your energy or the enthusiasm that you give towards life. You cannot, or rather, will not see things from your point of view, but would choose instead to drag you to their own level. You have to do all you can to see that you do not come down to their level. Raise the standard, and if they cannot keep up, let them stay out. Do not give them a chance to get into your head, or soon they will start manipulating your mind. Negative friends also include those who have a negative influence in your life and would push to do things that can land you in trouble. Now, If you do not want to end up in trouble or being in the same state, you should stay away from those people. The relationship will die a natural death that way. Number 2, they stop you from achieving your goals. We have dreams and goals that we want to achieve, and they sometimes get us excited and pumped up. Dreaming is the easy part. Achieving those dreams is another story entirely, and there will be times that we are faced with challenges and tempted to give up. This is where family and friends step in, push us, and encourage us not to stop in our tracks. They encourage us, telling us that we can actually do those things we have set our minds to. Negative friends do the exact opposite. They tell you not to get ahead of yourself or tell you to forget those lofty dreams. Most times, they hide under the cloak of being realistic, but that is not what you need. Instead of encouraging you to continue, they will most probably tell you that you have tried your best. And they can go on to cite several examples and give different instances of people who have tried the same. It might look as though they have your best interest at heart, and sometimes they sincerely do. The problem is that they are seeing things from a wrong point of view. They are not seeing your ability to surmount that problem. In a way, it is like saying they do not believe in you. If you allow these people in your life for too long, you might find yourself not achieving anything worthwhile. Number 3, they drain your energy. Negative friends are like bad news, and in truth, they always have one bad news or the other to give. They drain you of the energy you are supposed to put out. They're making a difference. They deflate your drive. In worst cases, they help you divert that energy into unreasonable things that have negative impact on your life and might involve others as well. Just when you think you are about to take on a mountain and make history, they laugh at you to scorn and make you feel incapable. Just like that, you lose the drive to do those things. These are the kind of people that are forever complaining about one thing or the other, but will not lift a finger to help the situation. They prefer to wallow in self-pity and play the victim. They have gotten to a place in their head where nothing works for them except by luck. You should know better and run for your dear life if that is not the future you're looking at. Shut down every conversation that tends towards negativity and emphasize on encouraging words. If they will not change, walk away from those people. Number 4, they make people judge you. Without even meeting you in person, people can judge you based on the crowd you move with and the people you relate with. If your friends are negative, they automatically assume that you are too and would avoid you so that you do not affect or influence them. The positive people do their best to stay away from people or things that can affect their energy or mindset. So, by remaining with those negative friends, you are automatically kicking those that can affect your life positively. If you do not want to be numbered with them, then stay away from them. Do away with friends that bring out the worst in you and associate with those that bring out the best in you. The kind of association you keep can either make or mar you. If you walk with the wrong type of people, you may end up regretting it. Not everyone is allowed to be your friend. Screen them properly before you begin to walk with anyone, knowing the kind of influence they can have on you. You do not need negative friends around you. Go for people like David and Jonathan, people who believe in you and can see the greatness in you. Associate with people who will help you achieve your purpose in life.